Afterlife is a new series on Netflix by Ricky Gervais, who obviously is famous for The Office, Extras, and to a lesser extent Derek and the films The Invention of Lying and Ghost Town. Afterlife is sold on the premise of he's a guy who's lost his wife and he's decided to not care what people think about what he says or does, and there's been some clips released to the media that caused a little bit of a stir due to the offensive nature of them. Whilst that's the selling point in the media, or at least it has been the one that I've seen when I've seen adverts for it, in reality it's a lot deeper than that, and that's really a very sort of superficial, small part of it. It's really about dealing with loss and grief and why you should essentially be nice to people in your everyday life, and it's got quite a nice message in it. The series is only 6 episodes long, each episode about half an hour, so in total 3 hours in length, so it's an easily watchable and digestible length, and you don't have to feel too worried about it consuming hours and hours and hours of your time. I watched it in 2 halves, like an hour and a half each, 3 episodes at a time, which felt good, and it didn't feel like I was slogging my way through it. First thing to mention about it is it's got a great cast. The cast is full of solid British actors that, even in small parts, lift the production up a level. It's not got any wasted characters either. There's no one in it that you think, well, why are they there? What have they brought to it? Everyone brings their little bit to the story, and I felt really satisfied and happy with all of the people in it. No one felt miscast or as if they were in a different type of production. They were all aware of what they were doing. In particular, the chap who plays his brother-in-law, he's really good. He's like a comedian, to be honest. He's been in different things, plebs, quacks, and he just looks different in each of them and morphs into his characters, whether they're serious or comedic, and he really shines as one of the good actors in it. One of the best actors in it is Ricky Gervais. He comes across as a very natural actor. Everything he does and the way he does it comes across as something that a real person would say or do, and in the manner that they would react. There's no sort of over the top, gagging or bulking at anything, no sort of crazy eyes or anything like that. He's everything he does, you think, okay, other than the situations they're in, that's probably how a normal person would react and how they would act, and that's something that's been there throughout his career. And also when he has to do very sort of sad and upsetting scenes, I don't care whether you've got menthol sticks under his eyes or not, they come across as believable and heartfelt. It's really, he's really good in that respect. And I think if he wasn't, then this whole thing wouldn't work. With the plot, some people would either like Ricky Gervais and what he does, or they don't. You have to have a general understanding of what his type of humour is, and that whilst it doesn't bend for anybody, I don't think it's intended to be mean or nasty. Whilst it touches on subjects that other people might avoid or suddenly go, why are we talking about that in the media? You can't say that about those people. In reality, they're probably conversations and jokes people have in the real world when they're not social media darlings, and good or bad, that's the kind of humour he's got. And when you watch this series all the way through, there's only 2 bits that really jar for me in the whole of the thing with the jokes and the way that the series is set up, and those are the 2 bits with this little ginger kid. Not because of problem with ginger people or kids, it's just it seems wholly out of place with his character and the story in it. It's just a little bit jarring. We're at a different show, then you could get away with those bits. Like they always feel they're pulled from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and shoved in there. But that's only 2 jokes out of 3 hours worth of, well written, well directed TV. It's definitely worth watching if you like Ricky Gervais stuff. I'd say if you don't like him, then don't watch it, because it's a series where I feel you have to watch it through to its conclusion in order to fully appreciate. If you stopped at like episode 2, you would have a big gap there, and you wouldn't fully see where the story goes and where it ends up, which is, you know, predictable but very good. Yeah, watch it if you're a Ricky Gervais fan. If you're not, then, and you're not willing to commit those 3 hours to it, I'd say give it a swerve. But otherwise, it's very well made, very enjoyable television for people who are fans of his work.